Okay, so I'm gonna be standing up and probably fidgeting a lot during this because during I'm mainly only doing this because I'm having a breakdown, and it's like I kind of need to get this like. Okay, so I just want to talk about this because this has become such a stress in my life. This has more of ruined my life than anything, and I just like it's shown a lot of people who they truly are, and I've gotten rid of a lot of toxic people in my life over this, but with like the harassment of people coming into my streams and shit, and just like calling me all these crazy ass things without even knowing me, it just I just wanted to stop. I had to hospitalize myself for 5 days for suicidal intentions, for hurting myself, and just a few days ago I went to Denver to just like hang out, and like I almost killed myself at the Airbnb I was staying at. Like the only reason I didn't do it is because there was no knives in the apartment, and like I can't OD on my meds apparently, so that was enough to get me to talk to one of my friends longer and not try to find other alternatives, you know? Okay, so alright, so sorry, I'm reading this and trying to like make points and everything. The first thing I want to point out with this is Chloe starts it off the bat by saying that I'm misgendering her. At the time, Chloe was using any and all pronouns, and I refer to Chloe as my boyfriend. This goes back to me calling Chloe my ex-boyfriend when talking to Reina, or one of my other exes making allegations against me. I was not misgendering Chloe in any way. I don't misgender people. I sometimes say dude, I sometimes say man. You know, I don't like go out of my way constantly trying to like, I ask people their pronouns, you know? I just like, I don't understand that because like she has made posts saying, hey, I go by any gender, like, and like at that time, like we decided, like, yeah, you're my boyfriend, so I stuck to that. It's the same thing that I did. I was confused about my identity. I didn't know. Like we were both questioning our identity, and we were going with like really any pronoun. I don't understand that. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, see, this is the thing that I'm talking about. This entire thing right here saying that I misgender her. That's not true. Like I always called Chloe she when she wanted me to call her she. I never purposely went out of my way to try to misgender them. Why would I do that? Like I'm a trans woman myself. Like why would I do that? I don't understand. See, this thing about her and her ex-roommate Ash, I full on believe that Ash sexually assaulted Chloe. I believe that. Chloe told me a story, explaining to me the events of what happened. Chloe never gave her consent and forced herself on her. Chloe never said okay. That's rape. That is rape. Like I'm being told like this woman like also like carried a gun with her too at all times. Like I can understand like being in that situation as to why Chloe wouldn't say anything. You know, like she never gave consent, just let her like fucking like I get it. I can't deny that. I was the one that talked to Chloe about this and came to that conclusion. I remember us both having a fucking breakdown over it. Like Jesus Christ, like I personally have issues talking about sexual assault and rape. I have been abused sexually by partners, family members, strangers, all my life, really. Like, fuck, like, I don't want to talk about this. I really don't, but like, it seems like I really have to talk about where I'm coming from and how this is affecting me. But starting when I was like 4 years old, my grandfather would expose his genitals to me. My grandfather also had herpes. Luckily, he never touched me or would have fucking herpes, but I told my mom about it and she just laughed at me. She just made fun of me about it. Alongside that, my mom has always been subtly sexual with me. My mom has always grabbed me in certain ways, grabbing my ass since I was a little kid, always trying to get me in bed with her. My mom would like rub my dick when she was like drunk when I was 18, constantly trying to make me like be half naked around her. My brothers would fucking like hold me down and like force their genitals in my face when I was like a kid. My dad would just watch and laugh. My ex-girlfriend Raina, when I was 18 and she was nearing 30, she let me move in with her, and she was kind of like who I was financially dependent on. And she would hold me down and forcibly bite my nipples until I'd start crying and screaming at her, and she would just laugh at me. At GDQ, I had people just start suddenly making out with me and grabbing my ass. I had people rubbing their like hard dicks up against me at GDQ, and I didn't do anything about it, like, cause I didn't know, like. My stepfather would fucking talk about fucking my mom around me all the time. Fucking staring at my ass, going into my room, searching my panties drawer. Fuck it, I remember having a breakdown one stream when I was living back with my parents, and just, he'd say shit like, I like your cute little sexy stripper voice. That was the first thing he said to me when I got picked up at the airport after leaving my abusive ex, Raina. He would always, like, talk about, like my ass and, like, talk about bringing up my dick and just, like, very sexual with me. It's just, fuck, man, like, I don't wanna do this. I don't wanna do this for so many reasons, because this just triggers the fuck out of me. And, like, alongside that, we have Chloe and Raina outing my childhood sexual trauma. Like, Chloe brought up that I was raped by Raina. She name-dropped my rapist. And fucking Raina's posting screenshots of me being mid-sexually raped by, like, sexually assaulted or raped by my mom. Like, I don't know how, like, we can support these people. Like, Chloe came out and said that I have, like, an anal fissure. I've had one for 4 years, and it's just been such a, like, impact on my life. It's just, there was no reason to bring that up. That's, like, devastating, just, like, have that out there, like, and alongside my fucking, like, being raped and shit, like, I told her that in confidence, like, that's so fucked up. That just, Chloe's trying to say here, right off the bat, is she had some form of Stockholm syndrome. There's many times I tried to break up with Chloe because the relationship was not working for me. I was not happy dating Chloe. There's many times where she said she wanted to leave and didn't, and I said that I want to break up, like, fuck. Like, Chloe, like, was completely dependent on me in so many ways. I felt like I was being taken advantage of, or I'm doing all this work. Like, I can't stream. I cannot stream at this point without having a breakdown. Every stream, I've had a breakdown since the past, I don't even fucking know what day it is. I was in Denver for a bit. I don't even know how long I've been back in my apartment. Like, fuck. Like, see, this is a thing that also Chloe says. is that Chloe found me in a Glad Jonas video. She found me in the thumbnail of it, apparently. She thought I was attractive, and then, like, started, like, trying to, like, DM me. She posted a picture in my Discord, a selfie of her, which I thought she was cute, so I messaged her. She told me that she posted that to get my attention. Like, she wanted to talk to me, she was attracted to me. That's I'm sorry, but that's predatory as fuck. Like, if you have the intentions of dating a streamer right off just, like, seeing them, you know what I mean? And, like, trying to get me to, like, talk to them, I'm sorry, but that's predatory. Like, like, see, like, this is the thing that I'm talking about right here. It says, I'm not really sure what my first few messages were. She was asking for a GB 2, or like what capture card to use. I told her GB 2, and that got us talking. See, she's even right here, like trying to like get me to talk to her. This is predatory. Sorry. You know, during this time of like talking to Chloe too, I first moved in with my ex-girlfriend Kelsey. And during that time, I was heavily depressed. She was not spending time with me. Her wife did not want to be around me. Like, their living room is pretty much their bedroom, and just like they're always in there. I get they don't want me in there, but like it would go actually like weeks where Kelsey would not hang out with me, and I would just talk to Chloe all the time. Like, Chloe and I like did build a really great friendship here. We did, like, and okay, I stopped talking to Chloe for many reasons. Wait, what? Yeah, so what happened with this is that Kelsey actually came to me saying, hey, what if we had Chloe move into the spare bedroom right next to you? She felt as if that Chloe needed help. She felt as if that like it would make me happy. Kelsey also wanted to date Chloe. Kelsey was also attracted, you know, to Chloe. Like, the idea was how to move in and like join the polyamory. Like Kelsey was white. Like, that's her house. Like, I'm not gonna like make like offers to places that I don't own. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then this whole thing of like not having her move in, it's just like I felt like at that time that it was going too fast for me, and I didn't know what to do. It's not my house, and just I didn't want her moving in. Like, I'm sorry, but like at that time I was like streaming almost every day trying to make as much money as possible to like pay for meds and shit. Like, I was going through a lot. It seems like I'm always going through a lot, but like, and like, I don't understand where she's going with the white lies here. Like, at the time, like, of talking to Chloe, I was very vulnerable. I was very lonely and I attached to her. Like, in those like few like weeks of VCs we had, it's just I don't think that me being attracted to someone ensures like or guarantees them that they need to move in with me. Like I'm sorry, but like I did not owe Chloe anything here. It was Kelsey's idea to have her move in. I was also for it too, but I decided, you know what? No. There's too much going on in my life. I don't need this right now. And that's okay. Chloe, I didn't even know her at that point IRL. She's not my family. She's not my partner. I am not responsible for her. Yeah, so this thing about facial feminization surgery and bottom surgery, I never told Chloe to not get it. I expressed that I personally am not attracted to it. I expressed that I feel Chloe is beautiful on her own. I don't think she needs facial feminization surgery. I already think that she's passing like she's a passing trans woman. Like, and then she later came to me saying like, hey, like, this was me being unconfident. Like, I don't really want facial feminization surgery. I don't give a shit if she actually goes and gets it. Like, that's her thing. Like, fuck. Like, I never said I'd worship her fucking dick every day. Like, what? Like, what? That doesn't even seem like a thing I'd say. Like, Jesus Christ, I can't deny that I'm attracted to Chloe's genitals. Like, fuck. If I did say that, that's fucking weird. Jesus Christ, I cannot remember saying that. I really cannot. And even then, like, what does that even prove? Me being sexually attracted to her penis? What does that prove or put me as a bad person? And this one is Ash assaulting Chloe. This has nothing to do with me. This isn't about me. Like this is like irrelevant to like. This isn't even about me. I was texting Chloe and messaging her and like trying to VC with her as much as possible. I can't deny that I had attraction towards Chloe. Like, you know, we weren't talking for like how long, and suddenly like we reconnected. Like, the reason why Chloe and I started talking again was because I was unconfident in my voice at the time. I was very raspy. I was smoking a lot of weed, so I was very phlegmy. And she asked me to play League. I played League with her and VC'd with her because I was like, okay, she's not gonna make me feel weird because she's trans too. Like, I already have this like insecurity about myself being trans. Why would I put that on other people? Why would I like berate and like be transphobic and shit? Like, fuck, I've had my shares of like saying like transphobic slurs and slurs in general, but like, who hasn't? Like, I don't look back on me being younger and seeing the fucked up shit I have said to people. I'm not proud of it. Like, some of that shit I was like 18, and like, I hadn't even moved out of my hometown until like recently. Like I lived in my hometown and maybe Florida for like a year, kinda. Like, fuck. I was very isolated from so many things. I'm gonna say a slur. I did not even know tranny was a slur. I didn't. My experience and interactions with trans women at that point was myself and Discord porn posting sites of other trans women posting. It was not the most savory place. It was not the most, like, I guess, progressive. Back in, like, what, 2017, 18? Like, shit was, like, people talk different back then. Slowly, society's progressing, but, like, fuck. Like, I'm not proud of it. Like, I had people enabling me to, like, say racist shit, too. Like, I had black friends enabling me to say the N-word. That's not fucking, like, it's not appropriate. It's not a justification, but in my mind, I was fucking sheltered and a child. Like, and I've since grown from that and, like, I've tried to, like, make myself a better person. Like, that's the thing with this, too, is that no one is taking responsibility for anything, and it's just completely attacking me for so many different things. Like, and someone says shit like, you guys don't even know if it's real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the only one that knows the full truth of this. I've interacted and experienced all these people. Yeah, this is another thing. This is another thing. Like, Kelsey would barge into my room and just start yelling at me, having breakdowns, fucking walking back and forth, being aggressive and shit. And Chloe firsthand saw this. Chloe saw Kelsey come in having a full-on breakdown trying to gaslight me for her almost crashing the car, for her putting me in danger. Like, I struggle with psychosis. I struggle with fucking intense PTSD. Like, at points, I feel like the world is plotting against me and people are trying to kill me. Like, I get very paranoid at points, and when there's someone actively trying to force themselves in my room after a traumatic event of her almost crashing a car with us having, like, marijuana in with us, could have gotten arrested, could have gone to jail, could have died. And then she tried blaming me for it. Like, of course I'm gonna have a fucking breakdown over that, of Kelsey forcing herself into my room. The lock didn't even work on my door. Like, I had to, like, bar it up with, like, a fucking seat, and she would still try to, like, come in. Like, fucking hell, like, I was terrified, like, I have a lot of experience of very fucked up traumatic events in my life. Like, when I was going back to kinda living in Florida, is when I was in Florida, my dad would heavily abuse me by locking me in the garage as soon as I got home until I went to school, unless we were having our one dinner or he was forcing me into labor. I was the same height I am now. I'm 6 foot. I was 70 pounds back then when I was 15. I was being starved and forced into physical labor. I was pretty much a slave. I was constantly terrified that my dad was going to kill me. I would start hallucinating heavily, just sitting in this room for hours and hours and hours a day. And going back to the food, I was never full. They would not pay for my school lunches. I would have to steal people's food off their trays to just kind of get by. Alongside that, I'm being overly, like, medicated for my psychosis. I'm put on fucking, like, heavy doses of antipsychotics sedating the fuck out of me. Like the stereotypical kid that's too fucked up to function and is, like, drooling on himself at his desk. That was me at a point in my life. I would come home and my dad wouldn't even make eye contact with me. I remember coming home, telling my dad my girlfriend killed herself, and he just scoffed at me and said shit happens. He did not even make eye contact with me and told me to go to my room. I have a history of people heavily abusing me. I am scared when people put me in danger. I thought Kelsey was going to kill me. I full on thought that. I thought Kelsey was purposely trying to go out of her way to make my life harder. I thought she was trying to get me to kill myself. And just like, fuck. Alongside Kelsey's just being terrifying in general, like, her wife Evie would constantly fucking, like, verbally abuse me. She was so fucking mean to me. She would call me ugly. She would, like, she would never let me, like, hang out with them. She was super controlling over Kelsey. Like, fuck. Like, I struggle with an eating disorder. I do. And it's very hard for me to eat. With my experience of being in Florida, like, it's hard for me to take care of myself. Like, with my depression, my PTSD, my fucking psychosis, I am not a well-managed person. I'm not able to take care of myself. I'm applying for disability right now because I cannot normally function at a job. I can barely even function on Twitch. I'm having breakdowns like every other stream, even before this, and just losing my fucking shit. Like, I'm not a mentally healthy person. Yeah. Yeah, so this is like another thing too. It's where I was in my psychotic state of thinking Kelsey was gonna kill me. I constantly thought about that all the time. I would go into the kitchen and just see how a knife is bent because Kelsey almost was trying to self-harm herself, got frustrated and threw it. At that time, yes. At that time, yes, that was on my mind. I was fucking terrified. Like, Kelsey would get mad and start running around and yelling at me, even if I wasn't yelling back. Like, she was scary. Kelsey has fibromyalgia, which means that she's in chronic pain. She experiences pain at much higher levels. Kelsey's still stronger than me. Like, Kelsey would, like, still work out. She's ex-military. Like, fuck. Like, she would prove to me that she was stronger by pinning me down, and I'd try to get up. I'm not a very strong person, like... And then even then... Even then... If I was stronger, I would never hurt her. If she hit me, I don't even know what I'd do. I don't even know if I'd retaliate. I've had people, like, once sexually assault me and I just let it happen, like, in public. I just let these things happen, and I didn't think after a certain point Kelsey was gonna hurt me. I didn't think that at a certain point I thought it was okay. It's been how long she's not gonna hurt me, it's fine. Trying to, like, leave, though. Kelsey was terrifying. She just stared out the window, hyperventilating, staring at me. Like, fuck, I'm afraid of people. Like, fuck. I tried telling, like, Chloe, like, she's not gonna hurt you, like... She's gonna be fine, I didn't want her to worry. Like, why even dox where I live? Like, why even bring up I live at, like, my town? Like, why? And, like, at this time, it was COVID. I didn't have enough money to even fly. Like, I could help pay for gas and stuff, but, like, I don't want to fly during COVID. I was terrified at that point. And would Chloe want to pick me up at the airport? Like... I was terrified of Kelsey. I'm gonna stay by that. I was afraid of Kelsey. It doesn't matter that I was bigger than her. Like, people can still hurt you even if they're smaller than you. Like, that means nothing. See, this is the thing too. This is the thing too, is that I tried so hard to comfort Chloe. I tried so hard to help her. Like, even talking about this, me comforting her, I felt bad for her. I did. I wanted to make sure she was okay. Like, I care about Chloe, and I still do. Like, the thing that, like, fucks off about that, like, the thing that, like, fucks me up about that is, like, I tried so hard, and I go out of my way constantly to try to, like, make things nice for people. I try to make people comfortable. I'm constantly worried that people hate me. See, the thing is here is that the reason as to why I asked if we should retake the picture, because it was the first picture we took, I don't think that's an inappropriate thing to ask. I'm also basing this off of my past experience with other partners. Kelsey would feel uncomfortable at times with pictures I take, and we retake them if she doesn't like how she looks. I was not even allowed to take pictures of Raina because she was so insecure about her appearance. Like, I wanted to make sure that she was okay. This was me making sure, like, I don't give a fuck how Chloe looked in the picture. Like, it's about her, that's why I asked her. Like, I don't understand that. Like, I'm not gonna just, like, post it without asking for your permission. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, this is another thing that I don't understand either. Is what is wrong with me being confident in my appearance? As a trans woman, like, I have hated myself most of my life. I've hated how I looked almost all of my life. And at that point, I was on HRT and happy. Like at this point, I've been like kind of microdosing off HRT for however fucking long. Like, I'm struggling so much with that. And on days I would actually like feel confident in myself, yeah, I would talk about it, I'd bring it up. Most days I look at myself in the mirror and I'm not happy. Most days I look at myself in the mirror and I feel ugly. Like, fuck, I don't understand. Like, how does that make me a narcissist? Tanner is transphobic. This is fucking wild. Yeah, I default to using they/them for people. I made this apparent in stream. I've called people out on it for assuming genders just in chat. I try to actively make people comfortable. I feel bad when I misgender people. I don't... What the fuck is passing? What is passing? That's implying that women look a certain way anyways. Like, what? I don't give a fuck, like, if you pass or not. That means absolutely nothing to me. Like, I don't give a shit. Like, what? I never misgendered Kelsey. I never did that. Like, I don't know why I would do that. That's fucked up. I never did that. Yeah, I didn't, like, purposely misgender people. Or thought they looked like a man. Like, because I thought they looked like a man. Why would I care? Like... I have so much shit going in my own life constantly. Why the fuck would I care if a trans woman's not passing or fucking whatever? What does that actually fucking mean for me? Like, what? Okay, I'm cisphobic apparently too. I do not like women with vaginas, and shames trans women who want bottom surgery. When I shamed a trans woman for wanting bottom surgery, I've expressed my own personal not my personal disinterest in people with bottom surgery. Like fuck, I know trans women with bottom surgery. I don't give a shit. Like, I think at this point, medically, it's probably not the best thing to do because it's a very risky procedure. I'm not gonna tell you don't do it, it's a bad thing. Like, what the fuck? I have my own reasons as to why I don't want to get it, and that applies to other people, but I'm not gonna fucking prevent you. I'm not gonna shame you. What the fuck? And like, what's like, I do not like women with vaginas. Like, fucking okay, I don't like vaginas. Like, how does that make me cisphobic? If you're a man, like, and you don't like cis men's penises, does that make you homophobic? Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Like, this makes no goddamn sense. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna deny calling fucking Khloe gorgeous. Like, I'm not gonna deny calling her attractive. Like, what the fuck? I never told her not to do it. I'm a chaser? Like, I don't think I'm a chaser. I'm primarily a trans lesbian. Like, how many other trans women do I know that only date trans women or attracted trans women? I can't, like, not be attracted to trans women. Like, I'm sorry, like, what? It's something I relate to, it's very personal to me, it's familiar, and, like, I like women, like, I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I would do that. I would find an attractive woman, a picture of her, and see if she had a dick. Why is that weird? Like, it's not like that's like my defining factor of like her value as a person. It changes my attraction to them, sure. I don't think that makes me a fucking chaser. I'm sorry I don't like vaginas like other people. Like, what does that actually mean? How does that make me cisphobic? How am I transphobic and cisphobic? Do I just hate everyone? Like, what? Yeah, so here's the thing is that like Chloe and I would go into detail and have conversations of what parts people were attracted to and discuss this sexual fantasy with each other. I don't know why she's trying to paint this picture that I would just rant by myself. Like, she would even come to me showing me attractive people. Like, and be like, this person's hot, right? Like, what? Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, this is fucking stupid. I'm sorry, but like alongside these like rape and pedophilia like allegations, she's also throwing, I would argue with her about Mario Party RNG and League of Legends gameplay. Like, this is just showing me like this is like just to make and paint me out to be the worst person possible. Like, why? Like, why is she even bringing up I do 1v3 ganks and do stupid shit? Like, what does that actually do besides just try to make me a bad person? Like, Like, what? Like, alongside that, Chloe's peak rank with me. Chloe peaked in rank with me. And I'm higher rank now than she's ever been. Like, that's the thing that's, like, so stupid about this, is, like, Chloe, you fucking suck at League, I'm sorry. She refused? I'm sorry, but, like, are we really gonna, like... Are we really gonna support this person right here that's, like, name-dropping my rapist? This person that's, like, doxing me, giving out medical information, and using League of Legends as a reason to paint me as the worst person. We're really gonna fucking trust this person right here. This is what we're gonna do. This is the person we're... Okay. Yeah, Chloe would say, like, in the most annoying shit ever. Like, why did you do that? Chloe, like, you were annoying as shit playing League. I didn't want to play with you. We made plans to be on every LEGO game together and go for world record. Yeah, like, I decided that I wasn't into it. Why would I force myself to do, like, why would I force myself to do something that I don't want to do? We tried playing LEGO games. I realized I wasn't into it. There's many other things I was worried about. I wanted to stream Mario. Sorry, like, I'm not gonna force myself to do something that you want to do because it, like, I'm not interested. You should understand that. That's childish as shit. Like, I tried. I really did try. Wait. Yeah, okay, so another part here is that Kelsey was baited into saying the N-word. Like, Nick. And then, like, yeah, like, she was baited into saying that. So I already had this kind of fear that that Chloe was gonna say some shit, too. Chloe has also had experience of VCing with people and them saying, like, TOS shit. Like, I don't think that's, like, an unfair, like... I don't think that's an unfair, like assumption or fear. Like, what? Like, the fuck? I did not chuckle. I did not chuckle after Chloe said that she was disappointed with me. I cried. I instantly started crying after Chloe said, I'm disappointed in you because you don't want to force yourself to do something you don't want to do. I cried after that. That hurt. Like, you can be disappointed but saying, hey, I'm disappointed in you. That's fucked up. I'm sorry, but that's terrible. Yeah, going back to this with me saying the N-word, I was quoting a rap lyric. Chloe asked me what the rap lyric was. Maybe I should have censored myself, sure. But, you know, I wanted to give the full lyric. Sorry. Fuck. There's times I say the N-word alongside the rap music when I sing along to it. Sorry. Like, fuck. I don't use it in, like, fucking regular conversation. Like, rap lyrics, sure, but I'm not, like, going around hard R yelling at people or some shit. Like, I have my past experience of using hard R N-word, but, like, when I was, like, what, 18? Chloe even, like, talks about this, of, like, her saying it too when she was young and ignorant. Like, Chloe literally even, like, says she's doing the same thing. Like, we have all had our moments of being pieces of shit when we were children. Hard R sometimes. When? When did I use hard R around Chloe? That's insane. That's actually fucking insane. I didn't use the fucking F slur around her. Chloe would make me, like, which I get is appropriate. Chloe would shame me if I used gay and like a fucking, what's the word I'm thinking for it? In like a derogatory sense or like a fucking like negative. I did not use the fucking like F slur around her. What the fuck is she even talking about? I'm sorry, but like, what? Yeah, okay, so Chloe was receiving money from her parents, hundreds of dollars a month to pay for food and rent. An air mattress cost around $20. During those 2 months, Chloe did not go out and buy an air mattress and would constantly complain about sleeping on the floor. It's not my fault, like, you're too fucking stupid to go get an air mattress. I'm sorry. Like, that's harsh, but, like, dude, like, that's not my fucking fault. And yeah, I'm gonna complain about having no bed. Like, this is like concrete under the fucking carpet. Like, are you kidding me? Yes, I'm gonna complain about that. And yes, I'm gonna complain about an air mattress. I slept on a bed for like years. Like, what do you mean? I'm entitled? Like, I'm working for you. All you did was sit around and stream sometimes. Jesus Christ. I was grateful while Tanner wanted more. Yeah, I don't want to live in a shithole. I don't think wanting better things makes me an entitled brat. Like, what? I don't want to sleep on a floor. I want to have my own privacy. What the fuck is wrong with that? Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna, what, a fucking air mattress, like, that I bought for us? Like, yeah, of course you're gonna like it. Like, I didn't like it. I don't want to sleep on it. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to sleep on an air mattress. That's a huge struggle. Like, what? How does that make me entitled? How does it make me entitled? Okay, she also didn't like our roommate and wanted her gone as quickly as possible. Ash wasn't perfect, but I will say she deserved to be kicked out. Chloe had like a 3-paragraph rant about her raping her. What? She deserved to be kicked out? Why? I didn't want to do it and Tanner forced that upon me. No, that's not true. That is not true at all. That is complete bullshit. That's complete bullshit. Like, started seeing through, like, her bullshit. Like, the reason I kicked Ash out was because she was fucking terrifying. She wasn't taking COVID seriously. She wasn't wearing a mask. She was not washing her hands. She'd lash out at me during my streams and yell at me and curse at me. She'd fucking abuse me and Chloe like shit. Alright. Another reason I kicked her out was because me and Chloe woke up in the living room, where we were staying, and Ash was just cooking a steak on the stove, and smoke started filling the apartment, and everything started, like the alarm started going off. I started panicking, and I just quickly ran to the bathroom to hide our bongs, because I didn't know if the fucking landlord was gonna come through and be like, what the fuck, why is there a fire? Apparently they didn't, because we live in a shithole. And, like, Ash just instantly started blaming Chloe, saying, hey, you should have cleaned the, like, kitchen. Like, the reason why, like, there was just, like, on full blast, a cast iron, like, skillet just on the stove, smoking and filling the apartment. And I had to quickly just like grab shit, turn everything off, turn the vent off, open the door, just like stand outside after just being rudely waken up by this. Ash like can't handle the stress and starts hitting her fucking head, like slamming it into the fucking wall. That's terrifying. Alongside that, Ash has multiple guns in the house. Like, I don't want that person around. Constantly, she'd lash out at us. Like, constantly, she would do shit sexual to Chloe. Like, kissing her fucking chest and shit without her consent. Like, I remember Chloe saying, like, after that, that's like the last straw. I don't want her in the house with us. And I agreed, yeah, I don't want her here either. So we kicked her out because we did not feel fucking safe. Like, there's even a story of Chloe telling me that, like, Ash's car broke down and she just started, like, fucking, like, aggressively stabbing the stereo equipment with a knife she had on her. Why would I want this person around? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, Ash would, like, come into the living room, like, during my stream and just, like, stand behind me or come in and start touching me after being out at work and not washing her hands with COVID. What? This whole thing of, like, it's not my responsibility to make sure that your things get to you when it's not my responsibility to move your shit. Ash just kind of left, took a few things, and then told us to bring everything else to her. Am I really gonna, like, have an abusive person and then, like, have them make me do shit for them, work for them? Do you think I'm really gonna give a fuck if I throw some shit into a garbage bag? I don't give a fuck. It's not like I'm, like, actively breaking their shit. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I also, like, paid for, like, this. I paid for this. I paid for the flight. And then I paid for our food. Like, what? Yeah, as someone with, like, an eating disorder, as someone that struggles to eat all the time, like, yes, I'm gonna be upset if I'm eating the same thing over and over again. Like, I'm sorry, but, like, that does get to me. Like, my problem is I get bored with food and then I just don't eat for days. Like, sure, I have something, but, like, most of my diets consist of, like, soda, like, these past few months. I'm not ungrateful. I'm sorry I have a just eating disorder, like, I'm sorry you fucking suck at cooking, Chloe. I'm sorry, but your food was terrible. Am I just gonna, am I gonna lie to you and say that I like it? Like, I'm sorry, but it was bad. For me, Tara could have been homeless and living on the street, and I still would have dated her and loved her the same. You're not the one working. You're not the one actively trying to make sure that we're okay and we have food and being able to pay rent. Like, if we went homeless, I don't think that would be on me. Like, what the fuck does that even mean? Oh yeah, if our life got super, super bad and just like what? What the fuck does that mean? Why would I want to continue dating you if it pushes us into homelessness? Like, what? Yeah, so I realized that I did not want to date Chloe the first month into being with her, as the living situation was bad. I realized that she's way too fucking immature to me. And alongside that, I did not feel safe here. I was not comfortable. I don't like this area. Like, I don't give it, like, what does that mean? I didn't want to date you and I wanted to move out. Like, fuck. That's the thing too. It's like, yeah, like, I'm more comfortable being naked. Like, I don't like wearing clothes when I'm, like, by myself. Like, I don't think that's a weird thing. I feel very uncomfortable if I can't be, like, nude around people. If I can't do that, I'm not comfortable in my living environment. Like, I don't think that's weird. Like, I was, like, mid-breakdown trying to fucking, like, move out too. And decided, like, you know what, sure, I'll stay, but I don't know if I want to date you, Chloe. Like, fuck. And my initial attraction to her made me want to date her again. Like, I can't deny that I had feelings for Chloe, like, shit. Within a week or two of us getting back together, Ash had lost her job and Tanner decided to kick her out on the same day. We decided to kick her out before she lost her job. She lost her job, she could not then pay rent. The reason she lost her job is because she was going in late, like, not working, and fucking lying to her boss. Like, and, like constantly I'd be like, don't you have to be at work? And she's like, it's fine if I'm late. Like, they don't care. Then she got fired. And we planned on kicking her out before that. What, am I supposed to support 2 people now? Am I supposed to pay fucking rent for 2 people in food? Like, what? Yeah, constantly Chloe would come to me for comfort because she was afraid of Ash. Constantly Chloe would come to me opening up about Ash is doing this, Ash is scary, Ash whatever. Ash was not our safety net. We were fucking terrified of her. When we kicked her out, we thought she was cocking a gun to come shoot us. There was a part where we were all walking back to the apartment and she just trails off and then it's like suddenly behind us, reaches into her fucking pocket for doing whatever. We thought she was gonna fucking shoot us. What fucking safety net? You were terrified of her. I was too. And this is not clearing your name, Chloe. This is not. This is you going out of your way to attack me and destroy my livelihood and everything I stand for and everything that I built on stream. This is not about you clearing your name. It's not at all. This is you fucking attacking me. Tanner having no therapy or medication is her fault and her fault alone. I think with schizophrenia and depression and PTSD is that it cripples you from being able to take care of yourself. It makes you so that you kind of break down as a person and you just waste away. Like, I had like no money. I tried getting on insurance, I did, and I couldn't afford it. For the longest time I'd been struggling. Like, the only reason I was able to like eventually afford some things was because fucking stream. Chloe could not pay for my insurance. I do not understand. Chloe, like it's through your father's insurance that he gives to you. How would I fucking use that? What? I didn't turn down therapy. How would we actually do that? Tanner never had hallucinations around me, so I don't know why she said she is schizophrenic. How would you know? How would you realistically know? there's like another part where Khloe talks about how like she packed a bong full of resin, and I apparently hallucinated seeing fucking weed in there. Like, what? She's even saying that I've never had fucking, like, hallucinations, and she's gaslighting me about stealing weed. Like, are you kidding me? This whole thing is that I've been heavily abused so much in my life. It's hard for me to care about a lot of people. It's hard for me to feel a lot of empathy. It's hard for me to trust people and want to give love to them. Like, I care about things. I care, like there's things I feel empathy for. Like, Jesus Christ, having antisocial behaviors is not my fault. I can't help that. I've been heavily abused. I'm sorry if I can't feel, like, love and trust in people just for whatever reason. Like, shit, like, talking about this, it's like, I've been abused so much, like, physically, sexually as a child, is that I feel like a need to, like, be a good role model and just, like, give advice to these kids, like, it breaks my heart seeing these kids, like, fucking coming at me and attacking me when all I've ever done was try to be a good role model for them. I've had some really fucked up role models in my life, like, as, like, starting when I was, like, 12, I had, like, fucking men grooming me on the internet, getting me to, like, send nude pictures of them and shit. Like, that's fucked up. Like, Jesus Christ. No wonder I have a lack of empathy for most people. No wonder I have a lack of love and trust in most people. And, like, going back to this, like, here, where is it? Like, I'll show this again. I'll show this again of, like, my fucking medication for psychosis. See, psychosis. My name's Tanner. Like, what? Like, I have hallucinations, man. Sometimes I feel like people are outside my apartment fucking screaming at me. Sometimes I see fucking flashing visuals and shit. Sometimes I just lose fucking full-on attachment to reality. I don't even know where the fuck I am. I've had streams where I would stream for 7 hours and then just fully realize, oh, whoa, where am I? Like, Jesus Christ. I was edgy. Sorry, I have a lack of empathy for people. Like, shit. Not my fault. See, I did not want her to grow on Twitch. I actively tried going out of my way to push Khloe to stream at all times, trying to give her advice, you know, trying to help with her layout, trying to help with her mic settings, like, promoting her. Like, that whole Mario Party marathon thing she did, I spammed the fuck out of her, like, fucking stream in, like, every Discord that I was in. I actively tried to get Khloe to, like, stream and, like, get it going. The only reason Chloe's, like, as popular as she is because, like, she started talking to me and I would raid her. I would, like, get her to go and, like, submit the Glad Jonas videos. Like, when I met Khloe, she was averaging, like, 1 viewer to, like, 1 to 3 viewers, like, for months straight. Like, I tried helping her so much with pulling her stream up. Like, I understand where she's going with this. And, like, yeah, during breakdowns, I'd walk back and forth. Like, when I get upset to points where I can't handle it, I start having fucking weird-ass movements and fidgets and shit, and I have to move around. Like, I'm standing right now because I can't handle the stress. My medication now is making me constantly restless, too. Like, I feel sedated and fucking on edge at the same time. thing too is I laugh when I'm really stressed out, when I can't handle shit. It's a nervous laugh. I cannot help it. I cannot help that I get so upset and stressed out having breakdowns I start laughing. Like, when Chloe moved out, I had a really fucking bad breakdown. I was just walking back and forth in my apartment, fucking crying, going back and forth between fucking laughing hysterically, sobbing. Just like walking around my apartment like fucking cutting myself. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, like, I'm sorry. I have been through a lot in my life. I cannot handle things well. Like, I don't process emotions, like, appropriately sometimes. She laughed at me every time I suffered and I always hurt. That's not true. That's straight up not true. That is a lie. That's just a straight up lie. She then goes on to casually throw out the idea the US medical system raped her. Yeah, it's distasteful. You don't know my experience of being there. Of what staff would do and say to me. You don't fucking know. Jesus Christ. Yeah, see, here's the other thing, too. Yeah, Chloe hit me. Yeah, Chloe was blackout drunk. Chloe had like five beers in the course of an hour? I was blackout fucking drunk, throwing up and shit. And she fucking hit me. Like, we'd already been in bed for how long? Like, our eyes had adjusted to the light. She went to the bathroom to throw up, did not turn the lights on, threw up in the sink, came back, stared down at me for a second. I looked up at her, we made eye contact, and she did fucking this. She did this. She one-handed put her fucking arm out and hit me in the face and made a sound. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of that? Chloe's like blackout fucking drunk, throwing up in the fucking sink, not cleaning it up. How can we trust what she's saying here? Like, what? I did not push Chloe to drink ever. I did not push Chloe to drink at any point. After that experience, I did not want Chloe drink with me again. She told me she would be okay, and she even asked me to buy alcohol. Being the person I am, I wanted to do something nice for her. I wanted to drink too. You know? It had been multiple times that, like, we had drinks together and it was fine. And that one night she got super fucking drunk and then hit me. Yeah, this is not true. Tanner was buying alcohol for a minor. I had no issue doing this. You're 20. You act like that makes me a monster. Like, what did you, like, you even said you drank when you were younger. I did too. Who didn't drink when they're younger? We're in our own home. I did not want to keep offering you alcohol after that. I asked you, like, should you never drink again because of this? Like, I have my own history of abusing drugs. I am a drug addict. Why would I put that on someone? I understand what it's like. If she cannot use alcohol, I'm not gonna fucking enable her to use it. This is not true. This is, like, actually not even true. This is not true. This isn't true. Khloe was blackout drunk. Like, how can she even say what happened? She didn't even remember throwing up in the sink. How could she remember doing any of this? Yeah, she would. She would. Khloe would ask me to buy skins for her. I'd feel bad. It'd be something like our fucking, like, 1 month anniversary, 2 month anniversary. There's always a fucking anniversary. There's always some event to do something. And I would fucking buy her skins. And then she would go out to the store and buy useless fucking shit that she would never, like, I don't know how many items of food she got and then would just throw away because she didn't eat it. Or, like, the candy she'd buy. Khloe wasted so much of my money constantly. Khloe wasted, like, so much of my fucking money. We had to get the specific type of fucking bottled water. We had to get the specific type of expensive bottled water instead of just buying, like, a huge-ass fucking crate of it, because she can't drink any other water. How am I ungrateful if she can't even drink fucking water, because it's like, what? Like, Texas water, we can't drink the tap. It has, like, fucking, like, what? Fucking, like, chemicals in it? Like, fluoride and shit? Like, we can't drink that. And, like, a good thing is, like, another thing is, like, Khloe constantly had to use utensils for her OCD, and her reasoning behind it is she did not like metal, and I tried offering getting plastic reusable utensils because we were constantly draining our money. We were at the point of eating potatoes every day. Like, we had to eat pretty much solely potatoes just to get by. And Khloe is, like, spending how much money on disposable fucking plates and disposable utensils. Like, we could have gotten a full plastic fucking set for her, but she didn't want to. Because whatever. And apparently I'm ungrateful, and I have to keep buying this shit. It's like $3 for a pack of forks, $3 for a pack of, like, spoons, plus the bowls, plus the plates, and that's, like, every week of a constant drain for no reason. We could have bought so many sets. Like, we were wasting so much fucking money on dumb shit. That's not even true. I would not order Uber Eats constantly. I don't even have that app on my phone. I've actually, like, never used Uber Eats. I use DoorDash. Like, even here, right here, Khloe doesn't even fucking... Khloe, like, doesn't even, like... That's already just wrong, like... Yeah, that's, like, not true. That's, like, not true. I would not buy clothing. I'd wear, like, the same thing for, like, months and months and months straight. Like, people have seen my outfits on stream. It's very rare that I bought clothing for myself. And, like, yeah, I'd buy, like, a $3 eyeliner. I only bought one $3 eyeliner. That's it. What? Yeah, I asked Khloe to get me gummies and shit, and she came back with, like, 10 packs of gummies I've never even had before, alongside barely any food for us. Like... What? I'd also get gummy worms for my stream, and Tanner would just eat through them knowing I had a stream plan that night. I'm sorry, but, like, if that's what you're using as abusive, like, I would leave them too. I would leave you some after. I'd have some of your fucking gummies, like, and what, like, why is there a whole paragraph? I'm sorry, why is there, like, a whole fucking paragraph about me eating your gummy worms? Like, how did people read this and, like, fucking attack me like this? I'm sorry, this is just fucking stupid. Yeah, Khloe would ask me constantly for new clothes, by the way. Chloe would like constantly like say like, I want some new stuff. I haven't had new clothes since I was 18. Like, that's just like, what? This was our standard with her, even though I didn't really want to share my stuff. Yeah, no, she said like, your things are like my things too. You can use my stuff, I don't mind. Like, she let me use all of her games, I could wear her clothes, like, I'm actually not sure where she's like, there's so much lying in this, like. Yeah, so this is what happened, is that Chloe and I broke up, and I decided to move in with another person, and I could not take everything with me, so I just said, hey, you can just keep this stuff, like, I'm just gonna keep this here. Most of it she fucking threw away anyways, like, I couldn't take it with me, so it's just like, here, take it. I wasn't like saying, hey, have a gift, you know? We never eat potatoes for a month straight! What? Yeah, potatoes and like fucking pasta. We mainly eat fucking potatoes. Like, there's that whole potato gang thing we were doing. She didn't stream and she wasn't working. I remember actually like making a post where I'd stream like hundreds of hours in like a month. And it was like on average live for like 8 hours a day. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about. I actually have fucking no idea. She also came off like a spoiled brat who has never had to go to bed hungry. My father would starve me and force me into slave labor and lock me in a fucking boiling hot or freezing cold, depending what fucking time of day it was, garage. Are you actually gonna, like, say that I've never gone to bed hungry? I have a fucking eating disorder because of abuse. Are you kidding? This is disgusting. Yeah, so here's the thing, is that I ended stream, and I went over and saw Chloe's bong on the fucking table. And I saw there was weed in it. I saw it. I touched it. It was weed. I also noticed that mine wasn't full. I was thinking, oh, maybe Chloe has some left over and she packed it. Mine was empty. So I confronted Chloe about it. And she said that I hallucinated weed being there the next day. Like, she's gaslighting my hallucinations. Like, you said maybe you had a hallucination about it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Also, Tana acts like if she will kill herself if she doesn't have weed to smoke. Yes. Yes. Marijuana helps me with my depression. It helps me with my PTSD. It does. It alleviates that stress and constant want to kill myself, yes. Like, I was fucking miserable around her constantly. I would tell her I'm feeling suicidal. I would fucking self-harm and shit. Jesus Christ. This is disgusting, like. Yeah, this is Chloe would help with rent, but not fully. It was always the majority of my funds. It was always the majority of my funds. She would help, yeah, but she'd constantly make my life harder. Not contributing, just taking. She would just take. And it's like, how long is your mother keep gonna giving us money? Like, she even told me that her grandmother was in the hospital, her fucking house flooded and shit, and she doesn't even know if her family's gonna be able to give her money. That's not reliable income. Nothing about that puts me at ease. She goes on randomly to bring up being abused by her family. I have nothing to say on that. But she later fucking names my rapist. So she's literally acting like right here, like, oh, I don't know, this isn't my place to talk or whatever. Also, here's fucking Tanner's rapist. Like you don't care. This is manipulation right here. This is literally you trying to be like, oh, I'm a good person, so I'm not gonna, whatever. That's not me. I'm a good person. Yeah, why does she name drop my rapist? Why did she name drop my rapist? Why do that? Why do that? This is the person you guys are supporting, really. Really. Khloe said to me, everything happens for a reason. That is a horrible thing to say. That is the most insensitive shit ever. And yes, that makes me think, what? Was I raped for a reason? Was I fucking assaulted for a reason? Was I abused for a reason? That's a fucking horrible thing to say to someone, especially someone like me. If you cannot see that, and you cannot look past that, I'm sorry, but you're a fucking idiot. Like, I'm sorry, but like, what? And she's not even religious. That's a religious standpoint. It makes no sense. I was so fucking frustrated with her saying the absolutely dumbest shit ever sometimes. And this is just a prime example. Like, yes, I'd have a fucking breakdown. No, I didn't even say that. I said, so wait, what? Does that mean Ash raped you for a reason? I was trying to point out what she's saying was fucked up. Standing over me and I roll up in the ball crying, rocking back and forth. I was doing my pacing back and forth, going around because I couldn't fucking handle the stress. That's what I was doing. I wasn't fucking hovering over her. I wasn't like in her fucking face. She wasn't balling up. She was on the bed sitting there talking to me. I'm having a panic attack. Yes, I was having a panic attack. Losing my fucking shit. Like, Khloe said some fucked up shit to me. Khloe then went on to not acknowledge why it's fucked up. And then I start having even more of a panic attack. Khloe's not helping me. Khloe's arguing with me. There's other things that I'm fucking upset about. Like, I was already in a bad fucking mindset going into this. Like, I talked to my mom on the phone, and she completely denied ever sexually abusing me or my stepdad abusing me. Like, that was right before. She never picked at her arm. I did. I self-harmed. I did. In my mind at that point, I was like, I need to kill myself. I need to hurt myself right now. And during that time that I'm on the floor sobbing, fucking clawing into my arm, just laying in fucking trash, Khloe is sitting on the bed texting her friend Carissa, calling me a crybaby. And even here, she says that I was being a crybaby at a point. How do you people read this? How do you people fucking read this and side with her? This is fucking disgusting. I was having a panic attack because I'm having a fucking PTSD flashback for being raped. My mom won't fucking admit it. I have an eating disorder I'm not eating. I have no fucking family. Everything's crashing around me. Like, yes, I had a fucking panic attack. I had a huge breakdown. The fuck? It doesn't matter how would I manage to kill myself by clawing at my arms. That was my mindset. I was like, I need to fucking die in this moment. That was where I was. Tanner also says, I sat around playing RuneScape while the house was a mess. This is true, but not as clear-cut as Tanner's making it. He literally said that she didn't just sit around. She literally said in like later, like early in the statement that she didn't sit around, but she's saying it right here. Like, she contradicts herself. Like, Tanner didn't help me with the cleaning around the house as she made more money than me and felt the person in the relationship who makes less money should be the one more tasked with cleaning. I don't think that's fucking unfair. If I'm working and streaming like what, 10 hours a day? Like almost every day, and she's just sitting around doing fucking nothing, like, and pulling in some money alongside her money her mom's giving her, she's barely contributing. Yes, I would help clean, but I think that at that point, it should mainly be her responsibility to clean the house. I don't think that's unfair. That's such a common relationship dynamic. I'm not trying to say completely clean the whole house, but I need her to fucking help me in some way. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, going back to this, I remember we bought a pack of sponges, and Chloe opened up the pack, felt it, and said, it's kinda wet. I think it went bad. Which tells me that Chloe has never opened up a new pack of sponges before, which tells me Chloe has never fucking cleaned. Chloe is trying to make me out to be this ungrateful monster, and she just fucking leached off me financially constantly, and I couldn't even like do anything to help me. She thought a fucking sponge was bad because it was wet. Like, when you pull a new sponge, they're like a little moist. Like, how have you never cleaned? Like, I begged her to work with me and we could make Sunday our cleaning day every week. That's not true. That's not true. That is not true. That's a lie. I always gave in to whatever Tanner wanted, and she was always in control of me and my every move. That's not true. That is not true. That's a lie too. I remember cleaning with Chloe at some points. The shit she would do, she would just fucking mope around and walk and just fucking look around and then pick up one thing and slowly just put it into another fucking area, not clean. I would get so fucking pissed at her because she couldn't fucking do shit. She, like, didn't know how to fucking clean, and I would tell her and be like, do this. Like, you need to put fucking, like, strength into your fucking scrubbing. You can't just rub it on the counter lately. You know? Like, Jesus Christ. And Chloe even told me, like, how many times she tried to get me into, like, saying, like, I would let you completely control me. I want you to tell me to do everything. Chloe and I had this relationship that she came to me about where Chloe said that she wanted to roleplay that I'm her mom and she's my kid. There was already that age play there. Like, what? Like, there was already that she wanted me to have the control dynamic. Like, in relationships, I'm more the dominant person. Like, and she's extremely submissive. She came to me trying to do this, and I was uncomfortable with it. Sure, I'd tell her to do things a certain way because she was fucking up, but, like, I didn't completely control her fucking life. And going back to the whole thing of, like, me having breakdowns while Chloe was streaming, I would get fucking anxiety because I'm not hanging out with her. I would have anxiety and breakdowns to other things, and she told me, hey, if you need me on stream, I will. I want to make sure you're okay. Like, she's telling me, like, it's okay. Like, I'll be there and comfort you. And then she's in here saying that I'm doing it on purpose. And I'm trying to ruin her stream. Like, what? Yeah, that's another thing, too, that Chloe also lied again about here, is the without my permission. Like, Chloe gave me the password to her phone. Chloe had the password to my phone, And we had the agreement that we were openly sharing everything because we had nothing to hide, you know? If she didn't, like, want me in her phone, why would she give, like, the touch, like, password and shit? She would use my phone before she had one and would, like, go through my shit. Like, this is just a straight up lie. Yeah, I remember even, like, in the text, like, Carissa was like, "Why did she go through your stuff without your permission?" And Chloe said, like, "I said she could." Like, what? It violated any trust I have with Tanner. What you did was make fun of me and tell a stranger to me about how I was raped, about how I have an eating disorder, about how I'm on the floor self-harming myself at that moment. You gave out personal medical information about me to someone I don't even know and then further made fun of me about it. That's fucking horrible. While I'm actively self-harming myself, you're on your phone texting your friend, making fun of me. And then you proceed to also call me a crybaby again in this. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Yeah, she agreed for things to be open. That's just a lie. I didn't say I don't care. I never said that. It was never brought up because it was allowed. We never even had that conversation. She made me pick between her and Carissa, and I promised to block Carissa and never speak to her again. Chloe is making fun of me with her friend about my mental illness and self-harming while I'm actively self-harming. At that moment, I'm like, and she's still trying to be friends with her at that moment too. And she sees Carissa as like a good person and it's like, whatever, like I'm gonna keep talking to them. Like that is complete disrespect of me. That's so fucked up and disgusting. Like, fucking hell. And I remember even saying to her, like, I feel fucked up giving you an ultimatum, but like, if you want to continue being friends with people like this, I don't want to date you. And Chloe decided to block her. Sorry. Like, actively, like, shit-talking me? Like, what the fuck? I'm not even gonna. At this point, I wasn't even dating Tana out of love. I only dated her out of fear of what could happen if we did break up. That's not true. At multiple points, Chloe broke up with me and said she was leaving. At multiple points, Chloe and I broke up, like, near the end of the relationship. She did not have fear for what would happen between us. She was concerned about her own living situation. So she stayed with me because I was financially supporting her and giving her a place to live. I was paying rent. Like, what the fuck? Like, Chloe was even being given enough money to cover all of rent. Like, to pay for the medication I was paying for rent, for food, for gas, like, that did not cover all of it. I was using, like, all of my funds, working constantly while she sat around doing fucking nothing. Yeah, I'm not even gonna fucking read this. This is just her fucking lying again. I think he may even kick me out at this point, which which wouldn't be the worst considering I can leave guilt-free and not worry. I think I'm only staying really out of fear for him. I love Tanner, but this relationship hasn't done much for me lately. Yeah, it hasn't. That's why I wanted to break up, because it wasn't fucking going well. Like, what the fuck? You weren't staying because you were afraid of me. You're staying because you wanted to take advantage of me. You wanted a place to live. You wanted food, which is, I guess, yeah, I know, human necessities, but that's not a reason to fucking stay with someone. Yeah, I'm sorry, but like... Yeah, I'm sorry, but if, like, you're actively, like, making fun of someone, like, I don't think that's an unjust reason to be like, "Hey, I don't want you interacting with this person anymore." That's fucking horrible. Yeah, I drank the water instantly. I was like, "Oh, this is bad." I don't even know why she brought this up. Like, what? That's another thing, too. It's like, it does not cost $5 a month to buy forks and spoons. They're not even taking into account, like, she's not even taking into account the fucking, the fucking cups, the plates, the bowls. Like, what? Like, and this was, like, almost every week we'd have to buy more. Like, we were reusing and washing plastic utensils. Shit was rough. She even got me eating meat for a while, and every time I felt so gross, but I had no option other than to eat it or starve. That is not true. That is not true. There was times that people would pay for our food on stream, and we would have chicken wings on stream. Once we started making more money, we would order fucking DoorDash. And, like, going back to the whole thing of Chloe saying, like, I would order food constantly, that's not true. Chloe's OCD was so bad that I could barely even order food. I think while she was here, I ordered food, like, what, 4 times? Like, what the fuck? Like, and she, like, I even said, like, hey, do you want chicken? Like, do you want to eat this? She's like, yeah, I'll eat it. Like, she was not gonna starve. The fuck is she talking about? Or punishments came. What fucking punishments would I give to Chloe? What the fuck? I was her slave? How are you my slave if you don't do shit? The idea of a slave is you fucking do something for me. Like, bro, I was literally forced into slave labor and starved by my father for like a year straight. And you're gonna act like I made you a slave. This is disgusting. Like, this is... You are so fucked up, Chloe. Like, holy shit. Yeah, this is like, I don't know what she's talking about. I actually do not know what she's talking about. A self-harm outlet. She would enjoy the pain and misery she brought me. With what? What? What punishments would I give you? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? Tanner says I promise her things and would not do them. That is not true. That's a lie. That is a lie. Like, who doesn't go back on promises sometimes? Saying that that's not true at all is a complete blatant fucking lie. What? And she would constantly do things and, like, not commit to them. Tanner would ask me to do things such as go to the store, and I would be in so much pain due to my chronic cramps and nausea, I would beg her not to make me go. It's not my fault that Chloe would wake up at 3 p.m. and then have chronic pain for hours. She could have gone to bed early. She could have gotten up early and done something, or no, then she can't go to the store. Or then it'd be too late and she's too tired. It was always an excuse. There's always an excuse as to why she can't do something. It was always deflecting. I don't like to be controlled like that. I didn't control you. You tried coming to me with that. You tried making me control your life. I wasn't comfortable doing it. I don't know why you're trying to make this narrative. Okay, but you have to go first thing in the morning, no complaining. I would not say no complaining. I wouldn't. She would prolong doing things that we need for days and days and days. We would not have water for multiple days. Like, I remember, like, during a stream, I was like, hey, Chloe, can you go pick up water? And she's like, no, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna do it tomorrow morning. Water? Like, what the fuck? There's multiple times Chloe would not go to the store. Like, I don't drive. That was her responsibility. Like, that's her car. Like, and she can't even, like, go and get us, like, water? Are you kidding me? Like... Another thing, Chloe, you can't even pay for, like, all the rent. Like, I don't know why you're talking about how you're spending. Like, how much money are you spending? Like, a relationship goes two ways. Like, I can't drive, that's my thing. What am I gonna do? Fucking get my driver's license during COVID? I haven't had a reason to. I lived in, like, a city for, like, how many years as an adult? I didn't need a car. My fucking girlfriend there didn't even have a car either. She still doesn't have one. I have no reason to. I haven't had a reason to need to drive. It just hasn't happened. I guess until now, but fucking Chloe doesn't even make a priority to go get water and shit. She forced me to fill out her applications for the apartment because she said it was too confusing despite it being quite a simple form to film. It was confusing. It's hard for me to do these things. I cannot function on a normal level for most people. Accomplishing simple tasks for me is a fucking challenge. I can't even, like, fucking feed myself. Like, I'm gonna, like, here, this is, like, my apartment now. This is clean. This is clean. Like, we have all this fucking trash right here. We have all this fucking trash over there. We have all that. There's fucking trash, like, on my bed and shit. There's trash in my bed. Like, all my stuff just fucking scattered everywhere. Like, I can't fucking take proper care of myself. I never had to do this. And Chloe offered to help this. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I'm applying for disability right now because I can't do simple shit. Like, I cannot function as a normal human. Like, Jesus Christ, I try. I do, and I committed. I did so much for Chloe. She later would continue to use my internet and power until I finally got to Colorado and set up my PC and canceled both utilities. I should have done it before, but Tanner told me she would take care of it and I trusted her. I didn't want to shut it off and leave knowing Tanner would have no internet. I tried to do a nice thing for Tanner on my way out the door and she took advantage of me of that too. I called. I had Steam open. The fuck? Alright. Yeah, alright. I called. You know, I called the electricity, I called the internet, and like, I tried getting my account back over. Like, I remember talking on the phone to, like, an automated system for the power, and they said, like, the account's no longer active. So I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. Then I called the fucking power place and got, like, no, not the power place. I got the internet back on, and I'm paying for that now. I don't know what the fuck Chloe's talking about. Maybe she paid for, like, the first, like, month of my power or some shit. Maybe that's why it said there was no balance, it's not connected. I don't fucking know. And alongside this, Chloe's also making this whole, like narrative that she was, like, homeless and had no fucking money. Why was she paying for my shit then? Like, what? Where'd she get that money? This trip Tanner is describing as one of the rare times she came with the store to me. That's not true. Most times I would go to the store because Chloe would have fucking breakdowns about people not wearing masks on. Like, she even says that in here. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. This is actually, like, the dumbest shit. This is, like, the dumbest shit. Tanner had ordered 3 tubs of G Fuel in the mail. They arrived the day before. That morning, Tanner wanted me to go. My stomach was killing me and I couldn't walk, hardly could talk or sleep or keep my eyes open. I wanted to barf. You know, this was the 3rd day I had asked Chloe to go to the post office and get these things for me. This was day 3 of her staying up late, chugging fucking Mountain Dew all the time and having a stomachache in the morning. Like, this was day 3 of her asking me, or me asking her to do something, and she wouldn't do it. Naturally, I get upset. We planned out this whole event thing. You know, like, it was like a joking, like, we called it Femboy Carnival. She was gonna stream a bunch of fucking, like, Mario Party. We were gonna try out G Fuel flavors with each other. I was gonna stream Mario Party too. We had a whole thing. Like, I had this whole, like, event planned out, and it was being pushed back, like, days and days and days, because Khloe can't fucking be responsible enough to go to bed at a good time. In fact, she totally could have skateboarded there. What? No! I'm not gonna skateboard there. Like, what? I'm not gonna skateboard an hour to go to a post office when you could easily just fucking drive me after you promised. Like, what? Like, it goes off into a highway anyways. Like, what do you mean? Yeah, that's the thing too. Is that, yeah, I had a breakdown about this, and I kept saying that we're gonna do this, and I was excited. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, with all my delusions and flipping shit constantly around her, she would not help me at all. She would just actively make things worse. You know? She just actively, like, do things to fucking piss me off even more. And then act like I'm a bad person when she's actively doing things to upset me. You know, the thing is, like, I remember even having this entire, like, conversation with Khloe. We had some bit of, like, this grace period where it was the first time Khloe actually ever admitted to doing anything wrong. I'd realized that Khloe had never apologized to me for anything. And for a while, it made the relationship a little bit better, but then she just went back to doing her own shit and blaming me for everything. I did not, like, what, therapy? Like, I was terrified to go into therapy. I was terrified to fucking hospitalize myself. I have not had good experiences in the mental health system of the US. Like, being hospitalized recently, fucking Steve would wash his shoes in the shower at 11 p.m. every single night. 6 foot fucking whatever, man, big as shit, talking about how is a knife gonna kill people, fucking arguing with himself constantly. Yeah, of course I don't want to go into therapy, because if I tell them, like, shit that I'm going through, my depression, I'm gonna be hospitalized. I don't want to go back into that shit. Like, Jesus Christ. Tanner, you seem to be finally opening up to her shit. I'd constantly say sorry. I would constantly be asking her to do shit. I would constantly be apologizing and like, and she would never come around and fucking admit she was wrong. She only ever said she was wrong once, after trying to convince her for hours that she was in the wrong. She would not fucking believe, like, holy shit. God. She threw a fit and was being a crybaby. 3 days. 3 days. You can't commit to shit after just sitting around doing fucking nothing, smoking weed all day. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be upset with you. You can't just treat people like shit, like, and not do shit and then act like, oh, why are you upset? What the fuck? That's gaslighting. That's literally fucking gaslighting. You are actively doing things that you are aware of that upset me after I have had multiple times brought up that upsets me, or a thing you promise and you keep going back on it because you're too irresponsible to commit to it. Like, and I'm a bad person for being upset by that. That's literal gaslighting. Not even recognizing the person I fall in love with. Like, what, bro? Are you kidding? Like, I've had my problems, like, since the start of having breakdowns and fucking self-harming myself. You knew that I was like this going into it. You know that I'm not a happy person. I told you this. And if you're constantly doing things that upset me, actively going back on promises, I'm gonna get upset. If you're gonna say fucked up shit to me and be an asshole, I'm gonna get upset. Tanner's a monster. fucking own up for your own fucking actions, dude. Stop blaming me for your shit. I'm a monster? Why? Because I'd be upset you didn't commit to your shit? Because you wouldn't do anything? Because you drained my fucking funds? Because you fucking, like, implying that I was raped for a reason? And then you go on and do this? Like, this is disgusting. Jesus Christ. We also live across the street from a gas station that sold water and snacks anytime Tanner and I have gone there for water. Khloe said I was not allowed to go there because it triggered her not her PTSD, it triggered her OCD too much. I hadn't gone there till after she moved out because I wasn't allowed to. She said she saw a homeless man there one time, and it disgusted her so much that she could not go back there. Like, that's fucking stupid. I was not allowed to go there. Yeah, no, Khloe almost killed us in the car here. Khloe did not look both ways. She said, I didn't see him, but I stared at this car coming at us. If she didn't see it, like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. Like, this car zoomed past in front of us. And we almost fucking hit it. I saw them react as quickly as I could because you weren't paying attention. Like, you put me in fucking danger. Explain this to Tanner. She just kept pushing me to give her an explanation other than the one I gave. She refused to accept that what I was telling her was true. Yeah, so the reason why Khloe was too tired is because she was up all night playing fucking RuneScape. The reason why we were at Target is because we had no water. We didn't have water. I need fucking water to survive. I'm not allowed to go anywhere else to go get water besides the Target. I'm not allowed to drink the sink water because it's fucking toxic. Like, this is just so much lying. Like, this is disgusting. I wanted to throw up reading this originally. She would tell me to speed in dangerous areas because going slow in cars gives me anxiety. She would go like 3 miles per hour, like 5 miles per hour, and cars would get mad and honk at her and swerve past and drive past her. She was going so under the speed limit constantly. It was fucking terrifying. It would give me so much anxiety. She would slow crawl through everything, even fucking empty ass parking lots at night when no one's around, there's lights, everything. Like, Jesus Christ. If that's the point people are honking and yelling at us, going around us, you're driving too slow. Yeah, she would constantly hit curbs too. Constantly hit curbs, constantly hit shit. Like, her car is completely fucked up from her, like, being recklessly driving. Like, being in a car with her was fucking scary. Yeah, I can take a picture. I can actually go to the spot and take a picture. Like, there was no blind spot. If I saw it, there's no blind spot. If I saw a dude speeding, there's no blind spot. We did come close to a collision. Like, and no one honked or used horns? Probably because we were too busy fucking reacting not to crashing. We're completely safe and not in danger. No, we were not. You put me in danger. Tanner then talks about going into Target alone, ramming a cart against the wall. She asks if she was doing this due to me having just abused her, but this incident with the car happened after she had come with the water. That's not true. That is another lie. That's just not true. Why would I lie about ramming a cart into a fucking pillar? That's so oddly specific. And then I came back fucking crying, having a breakdown because she asked what happened in the Target. She didn't understand why I was upset, and that further fucking upset me. I did not ask for you to suck my dick here. I did not. Why would I do that? Why would I actually do that? At that point, I built up so much resentment for you, and I was so fucking pissed. Why would I want to have sex with you in that moment? For 30 seconds? Like, what? What? RuneScape is not the reason I was tired that day either. It's the chronic pain I live with. After she'd wake up, she'd always tell me it's when she wakes up. Every time she wakes up, she's in chronic stomach pain. But this was like after she'd been up for how long, and she just sits there fucking chugging Mountain Dew. Like, we don't have water. Are you kidding me? She acts as if she was trapped in this off relationship for 5 months. Yeah. Yeah, multiple times I wanted to break up with Khloe because I wasn't happy with her. Because she was doing shit actively that upset me. Because she was saying fucked up shit and not helping or contributing, making my life harder. She was so fucking immature. She was so fucking, she was so fucking insensitive constantly. And would never apologize for it, ever. And even in here, she's acting like I was a completely perfect person. I didn't do anything fucked up. Like, I've done some shit in a relationship. You know, I've, like, yelled. You know, I've been an asshole at some points, but, like, this is fucking disgusting. And her acting like that she's this golden fucking god of a person. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know why she's, like, doing this either. See, what happened was that I was struggling so hard with my mental health, my financial security, everything. I was fucking struggling. And there was this person that was messaging me while I was having breakdowns, talking to me, making sure I'm okay. This person was buying HRT for me. They were buying me food. They were constantly there for me emotionally and mentally. Like, I became attracted to this person. And alongside that, Khloe is doing shit like not getting us water when we need it, sitting around doing fucking nothing, being a fucking child. So my thought was, hey, this person seems to care about me. They want to support me. I can't fucking take this relationship. I need fucking medication. So at this point, I'm like, okay, sure, I'll move in with this person. I didn't know they were a millionaire. I didn't know how much money they had. They didn't tell me that till like I fucking like was actually like there with them days later. They didn't reveal that. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, fuck, I realized that I wasn't attracted to them. I realized that I don't want to date them, and I told them, and I came to them about that. I still had feelings for fucking Khloe, you know, and me and this person agreed, okay, so we'll have you work here, save up money, and you and Khloe can do something like go to Colorado. A few days later, she says, you know what? I can't do this. If you don't want to date, I can't have you around. And she made me go home. She bought me a plane ticket, gave me a bunch of money to, I guess, apologize for this whole thing and just, you know, send me on my way. This person, you don't know who they were. As soon as I got there, it felt like that they were really obsessed with me. They saw me as like a celebrity. They'd casually say some like racist shit. I remember a thing they said to me was, don't worry about the new house we're moving into. It's a safe white neighborhood. That's fucking disgusting. That's so ignorant and racist. Like, what? Like, there's so many reasons I didn't want to be with this person. And then they were like, okay, I don't want you living with me because you don't want to date me. And then I moved back in with Khloe because I fucking missed her and I loved her. Like, a big reason as to why she was like, all right, you can't live with me is because I still have feelings for fucking Khloe. Like, even after all the abuse and, like, shit Khloe was putting me through, I still wanted to date her. Like, Khloe, like, we didn't have money for HRT. Like, I'm sorry, but if someone, like, if I'm being abused in a household I'm not happy in, and suddenly this person wants to support me, is there for me, like, is acting like they actually care about me, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Of course I'm gonna try something with them. The relationship wasn't working. Wasn't working for a while, Chloe. I did not damage any area of the apartment. The door had been like that since Ash and I moved in, and there's nothing Tanner needs to replace. I was so confused when she was saying this. The door locked fine from both sides. That's not true. That's not true. She broke off like wood. Like there was wood sticking out of the fucking, like there was wood sticking out of the fucking door. Of like, can I even like show this? Can you reach? I don't think I can make it reach, but like one of the fucking deadbolts doesn't even like work now because she fucking like closed it hard. Like there's a chunk of wood that came off while she was like packing her stuff up. Like she did that. She damaged the apartment. Like I don't know what she's talking about. As for the games, I did not steal them from Tanner. They are my games, not hers. She took me to Colorado for Christmas as a surprise and wanted to buy me games while we were there. I had no idea we were even I had no idea we were even doing this. She just came to me on Christmas morning, gave me an N64 controller as a present, told me she wants to drive us to Colorado. That's also not true. That's also not true. What happened was that we were sitting here fucking depressed out of our minds, fucking so sad, so fucking bored. I just could not take it. So I went outside and I just stood in front of the balcony for a bit. And I saw these two kids, like what, fucking 16, like running out of this apartment, looking happy as shit, about to go on an adventure. And my first thought was, hey, they probably just bought weed somewhere and they're probably gonna go smoke. And I'm like, fuck, I need to smoke right now. I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm at the verge of jumping off this fucking railing right now and killing myself. So I came back in and I said, hey, Chloe, do you want to go to Colorado? You know? I was like, hey, do you want to like go on a fucking vacation? And we decided to spend a week in a hotel room in Colorado and just smoke weed. We just hung out, did everything, whatever, just hung out. Like, I gave her an N64 controller as a present. She didn't get me a present. Erin told me that these were a present to me, and then the only games she wants for herself are Frogger and Pokemon, which I did believe behind. That's not true. That is not true. This is a lie. This is a lie. There's so many games, like there was like another Frogger game too that I bought for myself. There were so many games I got for myself. Half that was for her, and she took like 95% of it. So many of the games were for me. Like, yeah, a lot of them were for fucking gifts, but she took a lot of my shit too. This is also another lie. This is also another lie. I never tried to tell Tanner the router was worth $200. She did. She did. She was, I got it for $200. So I want $100 for it. Yeah. I also did agree to pay Chloe back, but she then went to steal the same amount of money in games from me. I did not feel like I needed to pay her back. After she stole my belongings, I did not feel like it was necessary to fucking pay her back. Like, yeah, sorry. Tanner then says I left a voicemail for the office. I'm not sure what she's referring to. I can show it. I can show it right now, actually. I recorded it. I actually recorded it. Yeah, she did not actually cry to a complete stranger. I can show this right now. Here, hold on. Let me mute desktop audio so that I know this is like the right one. Ah, great. One sec. What is that? 2 hours? This is a 2-hour fucking video. Okay, yep. Here it is. Here it is.
Hi, my name is Chloe. Hi, my name is Chloe. I'm calling because I needed to remove myself from release. It's kind of a long story, but my roommate was telling me, you know, he's going to kill himself if I don't leave. He was threatening to kill himself and making me leave, and I ended up coming up to because I have friends here and I didn't know where to go. He just kicking me out, saying, you know, I have to be gone. Really, no warning. And he's saying he'd kill himself if I didn't do it. So I left, but I need to get myself off that lease. I was staying in apartments. And yeah, I'd really like to get myself off the lease sooner than later. So if you could give me a call back, my number is. Thank you very much.
Alright, so what we just learned is Chloe lied. We learned Chloe's a liar right there. Tanner then says I left a voicemail from the office. I'm not sure what she's referring to. What was that? You had friends to stay with? You weren't homeless. Oh, okay. You gave out personal information about my mental health to a stranger. Okay. Really? Really? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, she literally lies, like, right there. Like, that was proof. She lied. Proof she just lied right there. I explained that Tanner had told me that she would kill herself if I did not leave the apartment. Yes! At that point, I was so depressed and so fucking unhappy in the relationship, I wanted to kill myself, yes. I made that apparent to her. I don't think that's an unjust, unreasonable thing to say. If I'm being pushed to that point, we should not continue dating and living with each other. Crying? Did she cry? What? Tanner says she would weaponize suicide against me, but she did that many times against me. She would threaten to kill herself when I didn't want to do things, and she wanted... That's a straight up lie. That is not a lie. No, that's a lie. That's actually a lie. I would not weaponize me wanting to kill myself to get her to do things. I would say shit like, Chloe, I'm not happy with this relationship. You don't do things. I'm sad. I want to kill myself. Like, you're actively doing things that are upsetting me. Please stop hurting me. then here's this too. I'm not actually sure why she posted this. This I don't understand because, like, just like, what was the point about this? Like, yeah, I don't want to date. It's not the living situation. I've been doing a lot better here. Yeah, for a while I was doing better here. I realized that a big, like, stressor in my life was Chloe. Yeah, our relationship would cause me to I would be triggered into manic and depressive episodes. Yes, that's true. Since being on my own, I haven't had a single urge to harm or kill myself. Yeah, for, like, at that point, after I was away for Chloe, I was a lot happier. I was much more sane at that point. I was much more comfortable. It was a daily issue that I wanted to kill myself around her. Like, long term, I didn't see myself being happy with her. The vacation we had, just like doing drugs and having sex, like, yeah, sure. Like, the idea of Colorado was nice. Like, sure. Like, I don't trust her to being able to support me in the future. Like, she's relying completely on other people to help support her. And I have my own problems that I'm dealing with that I need to take care of. And like, I'm even saying here, like, I'm sorry, like, I don't want to continue dating. It's not good for my mental health. It's not good for both of us. I'm not going to force myself in this relationship. And then she immediately goes on saying, like all this shit, saying, dude, you're being a fucking child. Why don't you want to date me? Do something you don't want to do for me. Like, it was this constant of, like, Chloe not doing shit because she didn't want to. Chloe trying to make me do things that I wasn't okay with. Like, it's blatant. Like, this is just straight up abuse right here. You know what I mean? Like, Chloe just, like, full on, like, abused me right here. Like, I don't understand. Like, and then I get mad. Tell her to get a fucking job because she should. Stop taking advantage of other people. Yeah. The reason I sent this was I still had hope I could help Tanner. I wanted to try and get her out to Colorado away from Texas. No, you didn't. This was for you. This was about you. This was not about me being okay. It was always about you and what you want. Like, you constantly abused me in a relationship and gaslit the fuck out of me, including gaslighting my own fucking hallucinations. Like, Jesus Christ. Tanner lied about me not being homeless. We heard the voicemail. We heard it. We heard Chloe lie. We heard Chloe say that she was staying with friends. Fucking liar. Even if I had been sleeping on a friend's couch, I would still technically be homeless. You made this out to be like, I kicked you out on the streets, you had nowhere to fucking go. You stayed with friends. You stayed with friends. Like, you still had a place to go. I had $300 when Tanner kicked me out and she had $15K. Yeah, I did. It's not your money. We're not dating. I don't need to give you shit. You're constantly abusing me, making my life harder and leeching off me financially. Why the fuck would I give you more money? Sorry. Again, I have no clue what voicemail she's talking about. See, Chloe's a liar. Chloe's a fucking liar. Chloe's actually a fucking liar here. Like, I proved it. Like, no voice messages were left that I can remember. Oh, here's your saving grace. Here's your saving grace. You just fucking forgot, sure. You really should have proof if you're going to accuse some of these things. I do. I proved it. Like, sorry, there you go. And constantly talks about how toxic cancel culture is, but she has canceled tons of people she doesn't like. I don't know what she's talking about where I'm saying constantly talking about it, but I've had my own experience with people coming at me on social media for things I've done wrong. And yeah, I have learned from my mistakes from that. I would go out of my way to attack people on Twitter for doing shit, and I don't do that anymore. Like, I've learned from my mistakes from this. Like, fuck. When I had that happen to me, like, I realized this is fucked up. I didn't constantly try to make Shift's life worse. That's not true. I had my beef with Shift for how long of us being dickheads back at each other. Like, me instigating at him, sure, but like... Fucking, I don't, like, actively try to make the dude's life worse. That's such an over-exaggeration. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. If you were around for the drama, yeah, like, Shift, like, made fun of me for being epileptic. Yeah, I have a reason to not like that dude, and I don't even care about him anymore. That's the thing, is, like, they bring up this whole thing with Shift. I don't give a fuck about Shift anymore. Like, that dude can do whatever the fuck he wants. I do not fucking care. Like, as much as, like, I am not, like, the most fond of the dude, I really don't fucking care. And try to say, like, I'm trying to actively make his life worse is weird. Like, I'd have my fucking moments of harassing him, because, like, he was a dick to me, too. Doesn't justify it, but, like, fuck. This is a lie. Spending luxury things like games and clothes, that's a lie. That's a straight up lie. And if I ever actually bought a game, it was for stream. During our trip to Colorado, I was getting ready to leave our room and go get food with Tanner. Before we sat down, Tanner stopped till I looked like 15-year-old and it was hot. Chloe came to me with the idea of age play, and I thought that was appropriate to say. You know? Like, Chloe actively tried to make herself look younger. Chloe had this dynamic relationship with me that, like, that she was my kid. She wanted the idea that she was a child in a relationship. Like, she came to me with that. And alongside, this is, like, fucking fantasy. Like, this doesn't mean anything. This is all fucking fantasy. Like, how many people incorporate age play in the bedroom? Like, what the fuck? And her reactions to this are, like, not even, like, real. She's lying here, too. Like, I'm not a pedophile. Like, I've opened up about my own sexual experiences as a child. Why would I be that person? Why would I be that, you know? I've been raped and abused and I've been groomed throughout all my childhood. Really? Like, just because I incorporate some form of age play in the bedroom that you came to me with, that makes me a pedophile? I guess that makes you a pedophile too then, but I don't think it does. Jesus Christ. I don't intend to ever harm anyone again. When did I harm? Like, you're acting like that I'm this, like, fucking uncontrollable monster that can't, like, prevent themselves from hurting people. Like, that's, like, what narrative are you trying to, like, prove here? Tanner raped me at the end of the relationship. I didn't. I did not. Chloe gave me full consent, and we had sex. Yeah, I did not rape anyone. That's fucked up. That's actually fucked up to put on someone, especially someone like me. You know, alongside this whole thing happening, I can't deny the trauma that's come with this, of all my childhood sexual trauma just, like, opening up at once. You know, just being publicly out there. Like, I've not been doing well mentally at all. Like, I've been, like, on the verge of killing myself so many times these past, like, few weeks. Like, I'm unsuppressing shit that I haven't thought about since it happened. You know what I mean? This is fucking disgusting. I would never go out of my way and just ignore someone to make them uncomfortable. Like, that's so fucked up. See, that's not true. That's not true. This isn't true. She didn't say, I don't want to touch you or anything. She didn't say that. She did not say that. That's another lie. Like, I told her to let go and I didn't want that, just a hug. Yeah, she did not say that either. She said, I don't want to have sex with you. Her words was, I don't want to have sex with you. And I said, I'm not trying to have sex with you. There had been multiple points in the relationship that Chloe and I would have an argument, we'd be upset with each other, we'd hug, and we'd hold each other's penises. It was a thing that we did. She told me, thank you for doing that. That calmed me down. She would build up this narrative to me that what I was doing was okay and what I was doing was helping her. She made it seem like that me doing this was an okay thing to do, and I took that into account for my actions here. Yeah, I wasn't playing with it. I don't know what she's fucking talking about. I wasn't playing it. I wasn't playing with your fucking dick. I was holding it. Because you told me it fucking comforted you. You said, I don't want to have sex. And I'm like, okay, I don't want to have sex either. I'm just doing this to comfort you. Like, Jesus Christ. It was a very uncomfortable blowjob, and after, like, you started sucking my dick, dude. Sorry, you started having sex with me. Did I say yes? Unlike with Ash, this time I instantly clicked that I'd been raped. I didn't rape you. You gave me consent. And you came on to me. Like, I was holding you because you told me it was okay. You said, I don't want to have sex, and I was like, okay, we won't have sex. Yeah, she also didn't talk about how we had anal sex after this either. You know, she sucked my dick for like maybe what, like 5 minutes? She seemed into it. I was starting to get into it, and I asked, hey, can I fuck you? And she smiled. And she fucking smiled and ran to go get lube, and she rode my dick. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's not rape. That's not. You're lying right here. You're trying to make me out to be this fucking monster. Like, Jesus Christ. Actually, like, lying and trying to say a victim of multiple rapes is a rapist? Because, what, I made a paste bin, like, outing you for the shit you put me through? Like, really? You're disgusting. And, like, if you instantly knew that I raped you, why did you want to get back together for so long? Because you're Stockholm Syndrome? Is that why you said this at the beginning? Because this is bullshit and that's your fucking excuse? Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's not true. I did not pull out very quickly. I was in the midst of fucking her, and I went too fast accidentally, and she said, ow, that hurts, so I pulled out. I told her that she should drink a lot of water, and she should be easy on it. We shouldn't do this for a while. I made my best effort to make sure she was okay and show concern. Yeah, like, I actually don't know what she's talking about. I don't know why she outs I have an anal fissure here. I would not purposely do something like that and injure someone on purpose. Why bring it up that I have one too? Like, that's a very personal, embarrassing thing. The only reason you fucking put that out there is to hurt me. So much of this is just to hurt me. Yeah, that's not true. That's just not true. She told me we aren't together and she only asked me to stay living there because she thought she would kill herself that night and wanted me there to watch over her. Yeah, I never agreed to get back together with Chloe. And I told her on that conversation in the bed, I don't think that I am okay to be by myself. I told her that and she said that she'd stay. And after she found out we weren't dating, then she, like, wanted to leave. Like, this I don't understand. Like, I didn't fucking deny her affection. The fuck? I would not tell Chloe that she's pathetic. Why would I say that? In reality, I think she is, because this shit right here. I would not fucking call her pathetic. I would tell her that she does need to get her shit together. I would say that. I would. She would be fucking crying, wailing at like fucking 3 a.m., not into a pill or anything. The apartment walls are thin. I can hear people fucking coughing, and she's just fucking losing her shit. And I would say something like, can you cry into a pillow, please? Like, please, you need to control yourself. Like, I don't think that's a weird, I don't think it's a shitty thing to say. And like, here's the thing, is I never was like fucking berating her. I was never like saying like a crybaby and telling her to like, I did tell her to grow up. That I did do, because she is a child. Like, she is mentally a child, and like, I could not fucking take it and didn't want to date her because of it. She does need to grow up. She does. And then like, she's like saying, oh, I never called her a crybaby though. I mean, she never called me a crybaby, but like, you know, she still did this. Like, bro, like going back, you fucking made fun of me for having a breakdown about being raped. Like, really? Like, throughout a relationship, Tanner also hit me several times. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. I have not hit her multiple times in a relationship. That's just another straight up fucking lie. See, like, that's a lie too. I actually hit Chloe one time during sex after I asked her. I said, can I slap you? And I felt uncomfortable and did not do it again. It reminded me of my ex-girlfriend who would slap and hit me all the time. I didn't like it. Trying to say this multiple times, I would not ask to go again. I hit her one time during sex with her consent. And I said, I didn't like it. I stopped caring about my own self. This is a lie. Tanner liked to pee on me, and at one point asked to pee on my face, which I allowed for some reason. Yeah, I did. Yeah, and you enjoyed it. You asked me to do it. You would get hard from it. Like, you would bring it up in conversation. Yeah, here's the thing too, is that Chloe agreed to let me pee in her mouth. And I even told her beforehand, like, I'm really dehydrated, are you sure you want this? And she seemed very into it. She was smiling, she was excited, everything. And she tasted my piss and didn't like it instantly. So I was like, yeah, like, I told you. And then I gave her mouthwash, we hung out, and then we played fucking League of Legends right after. And she even, like, kept saying and joking and laughing and be like, ha, my mouth tastes terrible, you know? And after that, we didn't do anything piss-related again. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess that's it. This is like a 2.5 hour video. And me just standing and ranting about this entire thing. Like, this is why I didn't want to do this. This is like such like a fucking. This is so taxing on me and my mental health and shit, and just like this is like complete full of fucking lies. Like Jesus Christ, like the whole thing. Like I've had my breakdowns. I've yelled, sure. Never fucking hurt Chloe. I did not rape her. Jesus Christ. Fucking disgusting. And like on top of this, the stress, the anxiety, everything of people attacking me is fucking disgusting. Like I have terms rape and things related to it banned in my stream because I don't want to see that. Because it stresses me out. It makes me think about being raped. And now I have people coming to my stream saying like, hey, rapist, how are you doing? Like, really? Like, Chloe, like, tried messaging me. Like, one of these days I was in Seattle saying that I need to go to hospital, I need to get help. And she kept doing shit like saying, I love you. You know, like, I care about you. Don't worry, things are gonna be okay. Sending me pictures of, like, her with a plush frog that I got her. Like, real fucking, like, trying to just really, really, really get me attached to her. Real sick shit. Like, she even, like, made me, like, give the addresses, the hospitals I went to ensure that I was there. And she would call to make sure that I was okay. And then I come out of the hospital after 5 days, and I message her saying, like, hey, dude, like, anything that happened, I apologize. And, you know, like, I want to move on from this and whatever. And what she does instantly is continuously attack me. She told me that she wanted, for my own mental health, she said, I don't think we should talk to each other. Yet she's going around commenting on every YouTube video that I have, talking about the situation, everything. She's actively going out of her way to try to hurt me. It's very apparent. I think the only reason as to why she was messaging me, trying to get me into hospital, is because she feared that if I killed myself, it would reflect badly on her. She does not care about my well-being. After I got out of the hospital, she went back doing her same shit, harassing me. And I still have people harassing me now. Like, I am not doing well mentally. Like, I don't feel safe at all. And like, along top of this, my entire fucking livelihood was fucking destroyed because of this shit. And yeah, finally I made the fucking video, but like, holy shit. This is disgusting. I've lost respect for so many people. This is terrible. This is actually fucking terrible. So much of this is lies. So many people have read this and thought, oh, LinusFrog is a piece of shit. Let's attack her. You know, who is like on the verge of having a breakdown? Like every stream, you know? Who's like losing their shit, fucking sobbing all the time, like on stream, doesn't have their medication, has no family? You people are fucking sick. Like, seriously, even if I was, like, any of this listed in here, even if I was this fucked up person Chloe's trying to take me out to be, why would you make it your effort and you go out of your way to hurt me? You're upset of this idea that someone hurt another person, and what you do is attack them. Why? It's fucked up. It's fucked up. I don't know. I'm probably gonna make like another video, like at some point. I just want to clear the air about this real quick with this social. You know, I'm so goddamn confused, Social, as to why you made a claim saying that I said things that violated you and made you uncomfortable. Yet, at the time, when you were engaged to your fiance, you were sending me feed pics, calling me mommy, and flirting with me constantly in Snapchat. You weren't doing this in Discord DMs, you were only doing it in Snapchat. Why? Probably because you were trying to hide it. And I told you, hey, is this okay with your partner? Is this fine? And you're like, yeah, it's just like the memey, like sexual stuff. Like, they don't care about the flirting, like they don't care about either. But like, you're sending me fucking like lewd pictures and shit, and like calling me mommy. You know what I mean? I'm like telling you, hey, that's like really sexual to me. Like, I'm not comfortable. After that, we stopped talking, and here you are saying like, I fucking violated you by talking to you a certain way. Sure, I maybe I've said some like weird sexual shit to you, but like in chats that was like the fucking vibe, and you told me it was okay. You told me this was fine, and I stopped and slowed down because I felt uncomfortable around you. You made me feel uncomfortable, and you were sexually fucking. You were sexual with me. Like I don't understand. Like this is actually like I'm. I had a lot of respect for you to social. I did. Like, I thought you were a really cool person. I thought that I wanted to meet up with you one day. You know, I thought you were cool. I would have considered you a friend if we actually got to like know each other more. But all right, you can just like reflect like your own fucked up like actions on me, someone who's already beat down enough. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously. I'll probably make like a video talking about Kelsey's and Raina's thing soon, sure. But this is like 2 hours and 36 minutes at this point, so like I think I'm done for now. All right. Goodbye.